Hi, this is a quick tutorial video on how to install either a half guard or a full guard. In with your half guard or full guard, you will get a set of clips in a little bag along with some screws. There are 6 different clips, 4 of them being duplicates of each other, and then a little bag of screws and nuts. So screws and nuts are in a little bag, and then you'll have these 2 parts which are opposites of each other, and then you'll also have 2 of these clips that hook right down here, and then you'll also have these little tiny stabilizer clips that go behind the guard inside the little robot. It's to help stabilize it in here. So I have already started putting together a half guard here, and so both of them will have screw holes in the same spot, and this is what one side looks like. One side you can tighten up, snugly. You don't want it to be super tight that you're cracking the plastic. This is still plastic. It can break. Even though it is pretty sturdy, but you want it to be, like, I can't move this very easily, but if I use a lot of force, I can move it. You want it to just be snug. It doesn't need to be super tight. And then, so the first step is to take one of the screws and put it through one of the front brackets. I put it through so it's just a little bit taller. That way when I get to this next step, I'll be able to kind of stick it in the hole a little bit so it kind of sticks a little. And then just taking a regular screwdriver, we just screw it in until it starts to come out the back a little bit. You don't want it too far out the back, maybe a little bit more than that. Let's see. You want it enough so that it will easily kind of go through the back stabilizer clip into the nut, so it's a little bit more stable. So I'm going to put it, that's probably 1/8 of an inch or so. And so the next step is to take the little stabilizer clip, which has a cutout or a recess for the nut in the back. And so we just take our little nut, and then depending on the day and my 3D printer, sometimes it'll stay in there without falling out. Sometimes you'll just have to hold it. It doesn't matter if it's super stuck in there or not, because once we screw into it, it'll be fine. So then the next thing you want to do is get it lined up here. And so I just kind of push it down. I can push it down a little bit because it has to go through this clip. And then I just put my finger over the screw on the back here, and I take my screwdriver and I push. I'm pushing down. I'm putting considerable force on that so that when I start to screw here, it won't pop the nut out. So now I'm just screwing this in the rest of the way. And again, when you're doing this last clip, you don't want it to be as tight as this one. This one, you pretty much want it to be ready to hold on. This one, we need it to stay a little loose because we need a little give when we put this in here. So now on the back, the screw is almost all the way out of the nut, but everything can still move very easily here. So then the next thing we do is just kind of, this one side just kind of clips right on. You might have to move the little stabilizer part in the back a little bit, like I just kind of adjusted it down a little bit. Now, because now we need to be able to do this one like that and get this kind of straight. And then again, I have it pretty much in there. You can do this step with these clips, the 2 different clips. You can do it before you finish this. So oops, this goes on this side. So the first thing you want to do is just, sometimes I have a little bit of a little difficulty. These are on a little bit of an angle, so sometimes it just takes a little bit of wiggling around to get them in there. But you clip it on, and then you just kind of slide it down and kind of adjust. Whoop. It might be easier on the first one to kind of pull it out a little bit and then push it back, and then kind of straighten everything up. we're going to do the same thing on this side. Kind of put it on. We want it to be tight because we want it to, I can't really see this without getting in front of the camera very well, so I'm not going to put it all the way on there, but you get the idea. You just slide it down into place. Then we take our screwdriver again and we stick our hand in here. I just kind of adjust the back little clip so that it's, you know, going this way. And then I'm just going to put my finger in front of that nut and just screw it in until it's, you know, snug again. And that's it. That's all you do. And you're all done. And if you ended up buying the half and the full or at the same time, you'll only get one set of clips. You can use these same clips. You'll just take everything off and stick it onto your other piece. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out and let me know.